afternoon, folks. Brian here, Geomagnetic Earthwatch on Friday, December 29, 2023, on our planet. Hope you're all well. We're going to talk about something that's happening on our planet recently, including in California, but not just in California, and I'll explain. I'm going to start talking cryptically. We're going to talk about the effects of the planet and what the researchers have forewarned us of the Earth changes due to the gravitational and electromagnetic effects of our sun's companion. So our sun is, its name is Sol, S-O-L, and as I stated before, I have now formally named planet Sal, S-A-L. We'll talk about that later. So one researcher is, as I've stated so many times, is Mr. John Moore, the Liberty Man, who has been reporting on the effects of the Sal, planet Sal system, is going to have on our planet. For today, I'm going to talk about the gravitational pull that will cause the tidal forces in the oceans, leaving portions of the United States underwater as well as other areas. The coastal inundation of tidal surges, such as are circulating throughout the news. So before I continue any further, let's just go through some of these news articles.
Checking out the waves. For that. Exactly for that.
Standing there.
Thursday's high surf caught visitors and campers by surprise at Oceano Dunes. Make that
Run, family! Oh!
extreme high surf that sent people scrambling out of harm's way. This 2-ton truck, no match for the waves.
Oh my gosh.
One RV flooded, the water inches from these two. A breakfast setup, now in the surf. With families not willing to take a chance, and once the water cleared out, a muddy mess. More RVs stuck, waiting to be hauled. No match for nature.
Today, recovered from the teenage Sochi. Giant waves in the shore heading to Solomon locals and tourists.
Песочница уже не в бассейне.
Authorities warn possible flooding and recommended safety in safe places.
This one's the coast of Brazil, November 11, 2023.
On November 11th, a geologic tsunami hit the coast of the Brazilian state of Santa Catarina. Large waves reached the shore near the municipality of Laguna. The sudden fury of the ocean frightened vehicles and caused damage. The sudden advance of the ocean hit cars parked and Barbosa Beach.
So what we are beginning to see are the beginnings of the ocean inundation events because of Earth's wobble effect from that gravitational pull. And if true, it's only going to get worse. But also, please keep in mind there's other events that will cause ocean waters inundations, events, sudden violent storm events. It's not just the gravitational pull. There's other conditions. So when we look at the electromagnetic effect, so we have two effects. We have the gravitational pull, the Earth wobble. We also have the electromagnetic connection to our outer core, pulling up the magma from the outer core up through those mantle plumes. The mantle plumes, which are anchored to the outer core of the planet, that hotter magma coming up to the underside of the lithosphere to which the crust in the oceans sit upon. So Earth's thinnest crust is the ocean crusts, on average is 6 kilometers thick. Then it steps up in thickness to the continental shelf. Then finally the coast, and then the actual continents. The electromagnetic pull of our outer core. And this obviously is going to heat up the oceans, such as I have been showing you many examples on my heat maps and showing you the temperature rises in the oceans. This is something I've been covering for 2 years now. I understand this Mike from Mike Around the World, COT, has also been covering this, but I've only been listening to him for the past 3 months. So when you start heating up the oceans, the deep oceans, this is going to create storm events. These temperatures in the deep oceans, which impact our weather patterns. For example, the great surges of weathers and the winds hitting the United Kingdom, the floods of Libya, that sudden Category 5 that just popped out of nowhere apparently and hit the coast of Acapulco earlier this year, and etc. So 2 reasons: the gravitational pull and the outer core heating, the heating coming up through the mantle plumes. So that push, that pressure of the magma coming up, the heat coming up to the underside of the lithosphere, this is why we're having a lot of earthquakes right now in the ocean ridges all over the place. I've showed you the swarms of the earthquakes in the Carlsberg Ridge, the Indian Ocean, and other places. And one other reason which no one else is talking about. 2 other reasons. Submarine volcanic eruptions, landslide, tsunamis. That small tsunami that hit the coast of Japan that came out of nowhere, that research, that guy in Wisconsin said it didn't happen, that the USGS was trying to discredit him. He's not as smart as you people think he is. In fact, there was a mini tsunami, and it came from the Marianas Trench below the Isuzu Islands, from a submarine volcanic eruption landslide event which caused a tsunami. Remember, the submarine volcanoes and the ocean floors, where the ocean floors are the thinnest of the crusts. This is where we're going to first see those responses. Other areas you should consider is the Explorer Seamount off the coast of British Columbia, the Axial Seamount off the coast of Washington. They have a series of sensors arrays placed around that submarine volcano because they are stating that by 2025 it's going to erupt. And then secondly, Sudden ocean floor uplifting. So the United Nations has also been telling us that the coastal cities will be inundated, flooded out, and they have been showing you scary pictures of half the height of skyscrapers being under the oceans, and they use terms biblical. They know exactly why it's happening, but they have to use the man-made cover story, or the man-made global warming cover story narrative. Sea level rise. It's not sea level rise. It's the ocean inundation event. It's the tidal wave events such as we've been seeing on the news recently, not just off the coast of California, but the coast of Brazil, Black Sea, Sochi, Crimea, and other areas. And it's going to intensify, amplify, increase in frequency. Another reason why you don't want to be in any coastal areas. Unfortunately, the majority of the population in North America are. It's not just megathrust earthquakes creating tsunamis. It is the earth wobble. It is the gravitational effect of the planet. You know what? Up there. The submarine volcanic eruptions causing landslides, tsunamis, the sudden uplift of the ocean floors from the mantle plumes. This is why I cover on my playlist on my YouTube channel the National Data Buoy Center. Because periodically, those buoys, which are anchored to the ocean floor, they're going to go into motion. Another rogue wave event 1 or 2 years ago off the coast of my province, British Columbia, all of a sudden, 58 feet. Anyway, that concludes this video. Someone on my Telegram channel asked me what I thought about these tidal events in California. Now, of course, the mainstream media is going to come up with some sort of cover story. Plus, they're all just too stupid. So they're going to give you some excuse, whatever. Anyway, I'm going to try and be back several times today.